Who do you think of when someone talks about the Attitude Era? Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, Triple H, Kurt Angle, Vince McMahon. Rarely does anyone think about the ladies of that golden time. Well, that's why I'm here today to give you the female stars of the Attitude Era their due. Women's wrestling was strange back then. I have stated several times that the divas of the past weren't known for their in-ring performances. The creative team relied on the looks of the female stars, but these 5 incredible women did great with what they were given to work with. So today, let's look at the 5 most influential female stars of the Attitude Era. Let's get into it. Lita. When you think of the female stars who used to take insane bumps, you think about Lita. She really benefited from being paired with the Hardy Boys, and it was a no-brainer as the Hardy Boys were the hottest tag team at the time. The trio were known as Team Extreme, and Lita got super over when she didn't hesitate in taking massive bumps and getting beat down alongside the Hardys. She's not only assisted the Hardys in winning matches, but she used the opportunity to grow as a performer too. Just like I said, the female stars weren't known for their matches during this time. Lita, however, was one of the few divas that was able to have great matches on any given day. During the Attitude Era, Lita won the Women's Championship once and would go on to win the title a few more times during the mid-2000s. Yes, you could argue that Lita became more popular after the Attitude Era when she was paired with Edge and was involved in that heated feud between Edge and Matt Hardy. But her work during the Attitude Era is what influenced many female stars of today. Oh, and her rivalry with Trish Stratus is iconic too. There's a reason why the woman gets a great reaction whenever she shows up on TV. Sable. There was just something about Sable that got fans obsessed with her during the Attitude Era. She wasn't the best talker, nor the best in-ring worker, but she did have the aura that got the fans behind her. Something surely lacking with a lot of the female superstars today. Sable debuted as the manager of her real-life husband Mark Mero. As time went by, Sable got even more popular than Mark. Vince saw this and he immediately pushed Sable as a single star. Despite her in-ring limitations, Sable ended up winning the Women's Championship. She was the biggest draw in the women's division during the short time she was with the company. Her presence was helping the ratings, and it was a major reason as to why Vince was booking Sable so strong. However, Sable wasn't the only female star with limited in-ring skills that got over in the Attitude Era. Stephanie McMahon. Man, why were the McMahons so irritating, yet so interesting in the past? I have no problem admitting that the McMahons were an entertaining part of the Attitude Era. When it comes to Stephanie, she was great on TV. Everyone knew that she was the daughter of the owner of the company, so obviously it was fitting for her to be a heel, and Stephanie shined in that role. Just like her brother, Stephanie was able to cut decent promos, and her irritating attitude bothered everyone, which is something a real heel is supposed to do. Pairing Stephanie with Triple H was the right call, as the power couple made up for entertaining segments that fans enjoyed. While she was no Trish Stratus in the ring, Stephanie didn't have a lot of matches like other female stars, but that didn't stop Stephanie from enjoying a run as the women's champion. She was a talker for the better part of her on-screen career, and she got better over time. Her segments with Chris Jericho and The Rock were hilarious, and they were always one of the best parts about Raw. While some might question my decision to place Stephanie on this list, I simply cannot deny that the McMahons were an integral part of the Attitude Era, and the storylines they were a part of were fantastic. Chyna. Many of you already knew she was going to be on this list, and rightfully so. Chyna was the biggest female star of the entire Attitude Era, and her work speaks for itself. She was one of the important members of DX, and her work alongside Shawn Michaels and Triple H was incredible. However, it was her ability to break down barriers that made her so special among the fan base. Most female superstars of today don't even come close to what this woman has accomplished. Entering the Men's Royal Rumble match, she was the first one to ever do it. Winning a men's championship, yeah, she held the Intercontinental Championship twice. Facing male superstars countless times, she had victories over stars like Triple H and Chris Jericho. Not to mention that she has also competed in the King of the Ring tournament. Whatever Chyna did, it was trailblazing to say the least. It is no wonder why fans compare the current version of Rhea Ripley with Chyna. Chyna was inducted into the Hall of Fame as a member of DX in 2019. However, fans have long clamored for WWE to induct Chyna as a single star in the Hall of Fame. Her career deserves it, and with Triple H in charge now, it could be a possibility. Nevertheless, other than Lita, there's only one star that came close to Chyna's star power. Trish Stratus. One of, if not the greatest, WWE female superstars ever. Trish Stratus influenced stars like Bayley, Alexa Bliss, and Sasha Banks with the work she did during her career. Yes, she was booked in terrible segments, which we have highlighted several times in our TV14 series. I recommend you guys check them out after this video. Trish still made the most of the opportunities that were given to her by the creative team. She was one of those female stars who weren't necessarily good in the ring when they debuted, but got tremendously better with every match. A 7-time WWE Women's Champion, Trish had great feuds with the likes of Lita and Molly Holly. With the passage of her time in the company, fans' respect for Trish grew, and her return to the company every now and then isn't criticized like other part-timers. Did you see that steel cage match she had with Becky last year? It was pretty fun. Yeah, Vince made Trish bark like a dog, but that didn't mess with Trish's confidence, as she went on to have a career for the ages. That's all for today. Do you guys agree with our picks? Which female stars of the Attitude Era would you deem influential? Let us know in the comments below, and if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to subscribe for more.